That June is the month of weddings reminds me of the fact that we still have marriages in which one spouse is dependent on the other. And most of these marriages are heterosexual marriages, and it is the wife who is the dependent spouse. Now, what do we call a dependent spouse? I actually think the term stay-at-home mom or stay-at-home dad really is not the best term. And it has become more popular these days. But I really think either housewife or house husband or homemaker would be the best terms. Okay, for one thing, not all dependent spouses have kids. I know a man who is a house husband in a gay marriage to another man, or gay relationship. I don't know if they've made things legal or not, but he is a house husband. And I was a housewife for 11 years, for the 11 years that I was married, or for most of it. And I think that, the first problem is that it places the entire emphasis, is that it leaves out people who don't have kids. But the second problem is that it kind of overemphasizes the mother or the mom or dad role. We tend not to want to emphasize housework, but the fact is that housework is very necessary. You've got to live in a clean environment or you don't live healthy. And one of the problems with the women's movement was that it did tend to devalue housework. Or at least it went along with a general devaluation of housework when it really should have demanded a greater appreciation for housework. And I also believe that to some extent, if you're a dependent spouse, part of your role is not just keeping the house clean, it is keeping your spouse happy sexually. It is keeping your spouse happy as, a companion. And again, it might not be fashionable these days in a post-feminist era to emphasize this, because it just sounds somehow better that women serve children than that they serve men. But there's nothing wrong with serving men. Okay? And anyway, that's just what I wanted to say about, the fact that we have dependent spouses and always will. Now, another thing about that is a lot of people do believe that the one income family should be the norm. It won't be. Okay, I don't think that's realistic. Then there's people who want it to disappear. That is also unrealistic. The one income family and the dependent spouse is not going to be the norm anymore, but it will not disappear. And there will always be homemakers, housewives, house husbands. Hope you enjoyed hearing that, and will subscribe to my channel.